got bits and pieces of this message, y'all. And I don't know how to put it together. I'm just being so honest. But I pray the Lord will speak through me in the name of Jesus, and let His will be done. I just pray that everyone will have an ear to hear what the Spirit of the Lord is saying. Amen.
Yes, Lord.
So position yourself.
Yes.
And it's crazy because and my sister and First Lady can relate to this because for some reason, ever since the women's retreat, the word bamboozle has been just showing up. Amen. And Amy took out the game, bamboozle, where you, I think you eat the jelly beans. Okay, bean. Okay, so from that word came to mind, bamboozle. And ever since then, it's just been showing up, and that's not a word you hear too often. And I wasn't even really clear on what the word really meant, but I know that it just kept coming up. I kept getting this word, and it was so funny because, you know, sometimes we come in here, when Pastor come in or whoever's going to bring the word, they always say, you know, I thank God for the confirmation through testimonies or different things that were said during the service. So I'm like, okay, I'm not really sure this is what God wants me to do today or to talk about, but I'm just waiting on that confirmation through a song, through a testimony, through something. And it didn't happen. So, you said that word? I thought you said something. Okay, I did think John said something. I was waiting on some more. You know how we just need so much confirmation. And I heard you, John. You did. I was waiting on some more. I'm like, okay, I heard John, but I was waiting on more. But then today when I picked my sister up from work, she used the word bamboozle, and I'm like, okay. But he wanted me to start out saying that we have been bamboozled. We have been duped, and these are all words that mean the same thing. Duped, bamboozled, cheated, tricked, misled, deceived, lied to. Amen? I'm just going to start right there. I'm going to let God lead because it ain't making no sense to me, but we're going to go with it. So, and then I heard the Lord say that we have been expecting too much in return for what we have to offer. Basically stating that you only have this much to offer, but you're expecting a great amount. You only have a small amount to offer. It's almost like when you think about the scripture, give, it's the one about the money, about as you give, it will be given. It's not the one that we do. The same measure. Is that one?
Yeah,
So when something
so whatever you measure, it be measured back to you again.
To you again, what you measure, amen.
Yes.
So if I use money to explain this, if we give, and this ain't how it works, I'm just saying, if you give $5, but you expected $1 million back, you know, how does that work? Okay. When it says give, you know, when it says that the same measure that ye give, it will be measured back to you again. So, you know, the more that we give, the more that we're going to get back. Yeah. So God is just saying that we have little to offer, but we're expecting much. All right. Amen. Definitely.
Come on, babe.
And then also he was saying that we gotta give God something to work with.
That's right.
Amen. And I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm not a preacher, but I'm gonna do what God would have me to do. Amen. So we have to give God something to work with. And it made me think about the scripture about the 2 fish and the 5 loaves of bread. So when he blessed it and was able to feed all of those people, it started with something.
That's right.
So how was he going to
come on now
bless and multiply if they didn't even have those first 2 fish and those first 5 loaves of bread?
Yes, yes.
Don't come out, y'all. And then the Lord took me into the word false doctrine. And We can go now to 2 Timothy 4 and 3. I think that got something to do with it. Second Timothy 4 and 3 says that, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. Amen. And so from there, I was taken to the fact that we create false doctrine within our own selves. And I know somebody can relate to this because this word is for somebody. It's for me, but it's for somebody else. So sometimes you can take bits and pieces. You may hear pastor preach. You may go home and watch a T.D. Jakes sermon on YouTube. You may end up going to a service at another ministry, and you hear these words, and you take. I think sometimes we don't even realize that we're doing it. You take bits and pieces out of the mess to fit what your situation and what you want.
Yes.
And so within that, we have now created our own false doctrine.
That's right.
Because God is saying, that ain't what I said.
That's right. So you want so bad.
That sounds so ghetto, but that's what I hear. That ain't what I said. You know, so we take from here, we take from there, we get happy too. And we clapping and we shouting and, you know, we feeling this thing. But that ain't even what God was saying. That is not what was intended for you to even really get out of that. But we've taken, because of our itching ears, we have taken, you know, what we wanted to hear and pieced it all together and made our own thing to suit us.
Yes, yes.
So that takes us back to being duped, being bamboozled, being cheated, tricked, misled, deceived, and lied to. Amen. The scripture does say that in Philippians 4 and 19 that God will supply your needs. And then in Matthew 6 and 26 it says, look at the birds of the air. And I believe that's the scripture where it talks about how, you know, look how he takes care of them. How much more so would he not take care of his, you know, of his own children? So we take scriptures like this, and to sum those two scriptures up, it's basically saying that God will always sustain us. He's going to do that. He's going to do that. But who told us that we didn't need to go to college? Who told us we didn't need to get certifications to do things that we wanted to do in this world? Who told us that it was okay to sit back and just wait on God to drop money from heaven?
All right. Come on now.
And so that's where the lie came in, because really, who told you that?
Yes, yes.
Ourselves.
Yes.
Ourselves.
Yes.
We have been lied to, you know, we have been tricked, we have been misled, you know, by our own lust, our own desires, and some of it even came from, you know, the enemy throwing those things out there to us, making it look good, dressing it up, making us want it. You know, like, okay, you know, taking different scriptures out of this book, and it's almost like I see the enemy, making a code. And it's almost like I can see every page in this book all at once. And he will allow us in our minds to take certain scriptures and piece it together. You know, it's not the whole thing, but throughout this book, he is allowing us to pick out certain things, like I said earlier, that we would do when people preach, you know, when we hear a message. And we piece these things together and we create our own thing.
Yes.
That makes sense to us, that we want to do, that might, you know, that feel good. And at the time, it sounds good. You know, it sounds real good. Like, you know, this must be God, but that's not what that is. And so now that we realize that we have been lied to, as I was sitting here earlier, it came to me about putting the cart before the horse. And God just talking to the people of God saying, slow down.
Wow.
Slow down.
That's right.
Moving too fast, you're doing too much, you're expecting too much right now.
Yes.
Because you're not ready for that.
Yes.
And I've been hearing people talk about position yourself for the past few years now. And I thank God for this clearer understanding of what that means, because I don't know. I'm like, okay, God, ever since I first heard it, I'm like, I'm praying, like, God, position me, position me. I'm saying, God, position me, but God is saying to me, get in position.
Yeah.
And that don't mean, you know, me just standing here, like, okay, I'm in position, I'm waiting. And this is why we have been delayed time and time over and over again. This is the delay. But while we are delayed, you don't think that when our flight is delayed, you don't think that God is not going to come in and make sure we eat and make sure we have the things that we need.
Yes.
You know, people bring us things here and there that, you know, God just laid on somebody's heart to say, take them a few dollars, or take this person some groceries, or take them some clothes. This is automatic.
Hey.
He's gonna do these things regardless.
Yes.
Because he said that he would. But that ain't it.
All right.
You know, that's just the beginning. That's just the surface. But there's so much more that God has for us, but we're not reaching for it. You know, faith without works is dead.
That's right.
So we expecting God, and it really hurts me and it bothers me, you know, that the body of Christ, you know, we allowed ourselves to get in this position, but it's all good. You know, I'm going somewhere with this. Y'all gonna be smiling by the end. So that we allowed ourselves to get in this place to where the world can look in and say, you know, these are a bunch of church-going folks that's sitting in the pews, but they're not doing anything. They're not doing it. You know, they go to church, yeah, you know, kudos. And we sitting in the pews, but yet we don't have anything. And it's not God's fault.
That's right.
It's not God's fault.
That's right.
But somewhere along the line, we were tricked into thinking that everything is just going to be okay.
My Lord.
You know, you don't got to do nothing. Just, you know, some people don't even go to work. Just chill. And we're thinking, I've been there. And we're thinking, you know, God, he going to make a way. He gonna take care of me. He going to make sure my bills paid. No, lights got turned off. So it don't work like that. You know, and God been dealing with me for years now about the scripture when Jesus was tempted by Satan. And I forgot what the enemy told him to do, and he said, no, you know, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. And so God had to deal with me about that scripture years back, saying, you can't just, it's almost like you can't just walk off your job and say God gonna take care of you.
Come on here.
You can't just decide, I'm not going to go to school and get a degree. God gonna bless me and cause a miracle to happen, and he's gonna open a door, and you know they're gonna give me this job. I'm gonna get this job that requires a master's or a bachelor. I don't got to go to school. Who told us that?
Who told us that? We did.
It's a lie. And so I think about, you know, with First Lady situation where, you know, you got the job, the position that you say you really want to qualify for, and it requires, I guess, a bachelor's degree. And so God does those type of things. He does those things.
Thank you, Lord.
He is so able to do. The earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof. So he is so able to do whatever. He can touch somebody's heart right now to come busting through those doors and give us all that money.
Yes, sir.
He can do that right now. He can do that. But it's not a matter of whether he can do it. That we know.
That's right.
But did he tell you that that's what he was going to do for you? You know, it's just a matter of if he decides to do it, he does it. But that don't mean because we saw her testimony that we say, oh, well, I ain't got to worry about going to school because, you know, God did it for First Lady. He's going to doubt. That's her story.
That's right.
That's her testimony.
That's right.
God might want my testimony to be, I struggled through 4 years of school, you know, with 2 kids as a single parent, and it was hard so that I could speak into somebody else's life that is going through the same thing to tell them, I did it, you can do it.
Yes, Lord. Hallelujah.
for your life.
Yes. Get in your own car. Right there.
And so, preparation.
Jesus.
And the main thing God was speaking to me since I walked in the door is slow down. Slow down. This for me, y'all. And God been telling me this for years.
Yes.
Slow down. And I've been straight up ignoring it. Doing too much, moving so fast. It's a song by N.D.R. Reed that I love, and it says, slow down, baby. You're going too fast. You about to wreck your future running from your past.
My God.
So we're such in a hurry to get from where we came from that we still missing the mark. We still not getting it right. Our minds are so far in the future that we're not accepting the now. We're not walking in the now.
That's right.
We're in the now, walking in the future. Some of us in here are walking in 10 years from now. Or at least we're trying to.
My God.
And so we got to prepare for what he has for us 10 years from now.
Yes.
What happened to the preparation process?
That's it.
We can't skip that. Who told us that we can skip over that? Really, who gonna say that I'm gonna be a doctor and you just gonna walk in? Really, you gonna walk in a hospital and apply for a job to be a doctor? You ain't went to school. I got to. Amen. Amen. Y'all take that. Amen. You can't just walk in. How crazy is this? You just gonna walk in a hospital and apply for a doctor position and ain't even finished high school. Don't even have the GED. Oh, Lord. But I'm gonna be a doctor. It makes no sense. But this is the type of stuff we've been doing.
My Lord Jesus.
It's tight, but it's right.
It is.
The word, when we talk about preparation, have you put yourself in position to receive? So like I tell Nala all the time, if you want to receive a scholarship,
Yes, sir.
You need to have good grades.
That's right.
It just is what it is, because I don't know if it's ever happened, but who's walked into a school, giving somebody D's and F's a scholarship? Here, I want you to come to Penn State or whatever the school, or FAM or whatever. I want you to come to my school with your D's and your F's. Who does that?
That's right.
So if you're not making the grades, you're not in position.
Amen.
And it's not going to happen for you.
Amen.
Not going to happen for you.
Amen.
And every time you look up and you begin to think over your life, like, why am I still here? Why this? Why that? And we're hearing the words delay, but not deny.
Yes,
Delay. Let me tell y'all, I done heard that for the past 10 years. And I remember probably about 10 years ago or more, another pastor was telling me, like, what are you doing? God ready to bless us now.
Yes.
We're not waiting on anything. He's waiting on us. The blessing is already done. He's ready to do it, but we haven't positioned ourselves. So every time he comes and get ready to drop that load, we're not there. We're not in position. Have you set yourself up to be blessed? Like I say, we're going to get the automatic. We're going to get fed. He's going to take care of us. He ain't going to let his name be defamed.
No, sir.
This his name that we wearing on the back of our shirt, Jesus.
Amen.
So he's going to make sure that, we are taken care of regardless. He's going to make sure, if it has to be like the prophet Elijah, where the bird got to bring us something to eat, he's going to make sure we get that.
Yes.
Because ain't nobody going to be able to say, nothing else about him other than he took care of his people.
Glory to God.
So that's a given. That's an automatic.
That's an automatic.
Heaven is a prepared place for a prepared people.
Yes, sir. Hallelujah.
This thing don't just happen overnight. And even, the situation with Judah and all the people, what happened Sunday and the people joining, I just was so excited. It really just blessed me. But at the same time, the Lord just really allowed me to see, okay, the reality of this thing is that, y'all just not really getting to the place where I can do this.
Yes.
So it is a rejoicing blessing moment. It is, don't get me wrong. But we can't think we just so ready for so much. Like we always talking about this and that and on TV and all of this and the, this big church with all these big people. And yes, that is our future. I believe that. But what about our now? What about what it takes to get to that place? So God, I thank God for the promotion. I really do. I thank God for the promotion. I really just want everybody to just praise God for that right now. I'm excited about what God has done. It just shows that He's able to trust us a little bit more now. A little bit more. It ain't for us to go think that we all that, because how many 8 people join the church? It's a wonderful thing, but we still have a long way to go to get to some of the places that we talk about ending up in. What happened to the preparation process? And when it comes to your life, the Lord brought it to my mind about casting lots. We're not gambling. This is serious. This is life. So we can't just wake up in the morning, get up and go and just be like, okay, whatever happened, happened. Wherever the chips fall, they fall.
Jesus.
No. Why would we do that? And then when the chips fall in a bad place, we upset. But it's because we didn't plan, we didn't prepare, we didn't make a way. We don't have to let the chips fall where they fall. We can actually set this thing up to fall exactly where we want it to be.
All right.
If we do this thing the right way.
Thank you, Lord.
So now I'm going to go to Exodus 22 and 7. I'm in the back of the Bible. Exodus is in the front. and 7. So now we talked about how we have been tricked. Oh, what does the scripture say about the enemy? What does he come to do?
Kill, steal, destroy.
So, okay, you got me. You did. You did what the word said that you come to do. Yeah, you got me.
Yes.
Okay. But then in Exodus 22 and 7, it says, if a man shall deliver unto his neighbor money or stuff to keep, it shall be stolen out of the man's house. And if the thief be found, let him repay double.
Lord, help us in Jesus. Glory to God.
Amen. Y'all waiting on somebody to get
Yes,
that.
sir.
Because
Yes, sir.
if the thief, so we know who the thief is.
Amen.
And so if the thief be found, he has to repay double. Amen. So all is not lost.
That's right.
Amen. People
I like
God.
that.
All is not lost.
Yes.
And so this is just the beginning. This is not the end. This is the beginning for us. And the scripture says that our latter shall be greater.
That's
Amen.
Right. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I think about when he said that it has to be repaid back double. So the longer that you've been in that position,
Yes,
the
God.
more you receive.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Lord
So
Jesus.
if somebody took $5 from you, what they got to repay back? They got to repay back.
They got to give me double. That's right.
So I'm just using money as an analogy of this.
Yes.
So, but if somebody took $10 million from you,
They
so
got
the
to give me
longer,
double. Yes, sir. You in that position.
the longer that you've been in that place,
Yes,
the
sir.
greater that your reward
Yes,
will
sir.
be.
Yes,
Amen.
Lord. Hallelujah, Jesus. Yes, Lord. I received that.
So this is, and that part really blessed me,
Thank you,
because
Lord.
I was like, okay, this message really suits the kids well. So I'm glad Beyonce picked up on that. It really suits them well because you're in so much of your youth, and this message lets you know, position yourself for greatness. Don't just wake up in the morning, letting the chips fall when they fall. Make a plan for your life and follow that plan to become what your heart desires to become. So for those that are a little bit more graceful, amen, we've been here a little bit longer.
All right.
It is a greater reward. Amen. Because the ladder will be greater. I think about, God showed me Juanita Bynum a lot, referring to what I just said about your ladder will be greater, because it's almost like he says, okay, look at her. How her ministry has flourished. And I look back to, when she was a lot younger, and even to now, and I don't know if I'm, seeing this in the spirit or what, but to me, it is so much greater. But look how much older she's gotten because she started really young. But so we don't have to worry about the fact that, okay, we've gotten older, years have passed by, we have not positioned ourselves, we've continued to be delayed, but not denied. Yes. We've been in the layover for a long time.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
In the layover.
And in the layover, God been feeding us and taking care of us, but we've been stuck in a place. Yes. We've been stuck in a place. Yes. But the longer that you've been stuck in that place, the greater will be your reward. Amen? Because the years that were taken from you, the years that were lost, so you can look up and smile and know that, hey, I'm one of the older ones in here. Praise God. Because my reward will be greater. Amen?
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Hallelujah for my great reward. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Hallelujah.
Let us praise God for the word tonight.
Yes. Thank you, Lord. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord.
Position yourself. Every word is personal.
Yes.
But this particular word, is very personal. What does it mean to you? I'm not telling anybody what they need to do because I don't know. I know what I need to do. Yes. After being freed by this word, I know what my next step in life needs to be. Yes. But this is an individual walk that we have with God. So what is it, think to yourself, what is it, God, that you have said to me? What is it that I need to pick up and get going on to get me to the place that I, want to be? Yes. Somebody might need to go get certification for something. Somebody might need to go get licenses. Somebody might need to go get whatever you need, documents for your business. Right. Whatever to be made legal. Somebody need to make those steps because it don't just fall out the sky. The reality of it is we got to make it happen. And then what we